Hello, what up, VOD viewers? Welcome back to the back rooms. Hold on, I gotta confirm my skin cancer appointment for tomorrow. Okay. Confirmed. All right, today we are going to be back rooming. Boy, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be good times and awesome times and fun times. Yeah, pretty cool, pretty swick. Okay, we're good volume. How have I been? I've been alive. Been existing, you know. Been just thinking about moving. Just thinking about moving lately. And all that stuff. See, there's a new skate game coming out soon. Oh, wait, the early access is the early access out, or you're saying the early access will be out soon? Because that's cool. More moving. Yeah, I just hate owning a home. It's actually the worst thing you could ever do to yourself. So, thinking about just getting rid of it. September 16th. Wow, that's pretty cool. Maybe we'll go back to our Machinima Sports early roots. Buttery Scotsman with 1 year, a whole year of being a menace to you. That's pretty swick, pretty awesome, pretty cool. Skate Parkage. We love Skate Parkage. Skate Parkage is great. Except when they don't open the skate park until after school. I don't want to skate around the children. I want to skate when the park is empty. It's the worst. It's the worst, man. Why can't they make the skate parkage accessible? Hate it. I'm not gonna go skate parkage when the children are there, bro. Can't do that. Okie dokie. You're short, they will simply think of you as a bearded child. That is weird, man. That's weird. What is this contraption? This is the contraption of our success. It's very cool. I just realized now that we have a lot of freaking crude oil, I don't need this at all anymore. We're freaking good there, dude. Don't need you. Can get rid of that chilling back there. Ask Tony Hawk if he can invite you to his house. I believe that's like his warehouse is down in San Diego, so a bit of a drive. Bit of a drive. But anyway. Yeah. You know, if we went and rented a house instead, I'd have more time to go to skate parkage that's like further away, because I'd basically be retired if I go to rent, which would be a nice benefit. Angelic Becky with 38 months. Very epic and swick and very cool, dude. Oh, you know what I should do? I could make another... Hold on, let me polish this up here. I gotta make the fake wallpaper. I gotta do that. I gotta do that. And then I gotta do a little thing over here so that it looks good. Oh, I gotta do two of them. Fricky. Oh, fricky. Crazy that he's scared to skate with children around. I just don't want the children to witness me, and I also don't want the children to judge me when I have completely lost all of my skill. So it's a double whammy. Yeah. Yeah, it's double whammy. You can understand my perspective, right? Also, what if I crash into a child and the child goes flying and I hurt myself? Right? Then I would be hurt and that would be bad. Because despite being a similar size to a child, I am far more massive than the child. So they will go flying. I will not, and I might get hurt. I am far more dense. You don't leave the house. Being injured is fine. I do leave the house. I leave the house when I'm going to sell it, which is probably as soon as I can. Thing is, I haven't seen it yet in person. There is this listing for, it looks like a really nice rental that's sort of nearby, and it's like reasonably priced, seems like. I mean, there might be room to haggle as well, but also it's like, problem is we wouldn't quite be ready to list because we have to finish all the repairs. Kind of want to see how it goes over the winter, because the problem is if there are any issues and then it's a rainy winter, then all of a sudden you're like trying to sell and you have issues with water at the house as you're trying to sell, and then that's going to alienate buyers when they see that. So it's like better to list in the spring after seeing how the winter goes and making sure the fixes actually did fixing. This means we'll get another legendary house tour. I don't know why you'd think it's legendary, but yeah, we could give another house tour. You can see that the garage is pretty cool here. And that I will no longer have it and I have to sell all the cars. But whatever. I'll still have like a car or two. Just have to get rid of, like, you know, most of them and stuff. Kara also wanting to move. I think Kara just sort of goes with the flow on house stuff. The thing is, I handle all things house maintenance, upkeep, everything. I do all of that. So, it's, yeah. So it's more of a me thing. Will snakes be allowed in a rental? Yeah, I would think yes. What do you think is going to do more damage to a house? A cat or a dog? Or a snake? Like, snakes can't really damage a house, dude. Alright. Anyway. What if the snake gets out and gets lost? That has nothing to do with a rental or a homeownership thing. At all. Some landlords aren't fond of pets. I mean, it is possible. But, I mean, you should be like, would they allow a cat or a dog before it's about snakes? Because cats and dogs especially, can really damage things. Cats can too. They can scratch the frick out of, like, floorboards and stuff. Far more risk. So. A Hubshi, thank you for the 4 months. Very much appreciated. Pretty swick. Yeah, we'll see, though. We'll see. I mean, the thing is, you kind of have to move before selling. And it's just a matter of, like, how much risk to take with still ongoing repair work. And then we gotta get the house painted, and then... Yeah, there's still more than it's probably still like 2 months of work before we'd be able to list. That'd be like 2 months of rental costs that are just down the drain. And then it'd be, I mean, maybe even more than that, because then once you're ready, then you have to get it staged and all that stuff. And then if there are issues, then you have to repair that. You can't really show the house during the time that you're doing repairs. So, like, it could be pretty fricked. Are we moving again? Because owning a house sucks. It's the worst possible thing that you can do to yourself in this life is to own a house. The freedom that you can experience when you do not own a house is unparalleled, and I miss it. Could sell your current house to someone who will rent it to you. Like making sure that like pre-screening buyers to look at a house and being like, you can't buy this unless you're willing to rent it back is a purely losing strategy. And B, the rental cost on this would be more than I would want to pay on a rental. So the answer is no. Satan 6 Potato with 47 months, long time no see, but enjoying the Liminal on the app. That shall not be named. That is what I like to hear. I'm glad that you're enjoying it. Very swick. Boing. How do contracts work in EUA? You mean USA? But how long you rent? I mean, it's just leases. You usually sign a lease for like a year. If you leave before that, and it's like not due to cause because the landlord has made it like unsafe to live at the house. If you just decide I want to move, then you're on the hook for the remainder of the rent. You might get a landlord who's nice, and they're like, oh, I'll try to find someone else. I'll try to find a tenant early, and if I find one, then you're off the hook. But you are on the hook for your rent for the duration of the lease. So that's how it works. Why did I buy a house anyway? Because of the garage. Yeah, that's why. A house to me is a place that you can park cars, but it's now gotten to the point where it's just not even worth that. I'll give up the cars rather than having a house is really the dilemma that I'm faced with at the moment. Like, I still have not... There would probably be some amount of regret, but I verge towards it's not worth the cars to have a house. Can I buy a separate garage unit somewhere? Then I would own a structure, right? That's the problem. If I bought a garage unit, it's like actually I've looked into industrial warehouse space. It is absurdly expensive. Like, to get a place where you could park, let's say like 4 cars without lifts. It has room for 4 cars. That's it. Which, you know, yeah, 4-car garage with a house, that's a good amount. But if we're just talking like a warehouse space, 4 cars in a warehouse space is not that much. It's like $2 million minimum to find a place that could fit like 4 cars. It's crazy. And then, yeah, generally that's going to be pretty far out of the way, inconvenient to get to. It's going to take you like an hour to get there and get back to like switch cars. Yeah, no, it's actually crazy. Like $2 million. I'm not kidding you. So it's just like, that is the most absurd thing. And then renting, if you rent it, it's like, am I going to spend $5,000 a month just renting a place to park cars? Really? Am I going to do that? And then I'm going to be spending that. And then it's like, I feel obligated. Okay, I have to go. I have to switch the cars, even though it's going to be like, ugh, I don't want to drive an hour just to switch a car. That's annoying, you know? I feel like California is part of the problem. It absolutely is part of the problem. But on the other hand, there are not that many other locations with really fantastic driving roads around them that are like ultra cheap. So it's like, at that point, if you're just moving to an area that's lower cost of living, then the cars aren't really worth having anyway. Like when I looked at Las Vegas, granted Las Vegas actually has crazy high cost of living. It's getting close to California. Or Southern California. So like that almost just eliminates itself. But let's say even Las Vegas prior to it just surging in price over COVID. It's just, there aren't really places to drive. So then you're like, well, why have the cars if I just get to drive between stoplights or on the highway? That's kind of a waste, you know? Anyway, for everyone who's like, just move somewhere else completely. Renting is kind of a first step in that direction. Because selling a house while you're living in another state or another country, kind of that would suck, right? Like if anything goes wrong, you're just not there, and you have to hope someone else can handle it for you. So you kind of have to at least rent another place to live in while you're going through the sale process. And then at that point, like if you decide, okay, I want to go somewhere else, well, then you just leave, right? Because you just end your lease and go, you know? Gotta move to a country with lots of back roads. Bro, what I need to do is I need to get a job at Marigawa. Is that the, I think it's something Marigawa Club in Japan, which is this like actually crazy, insanely cool racetrack club place. And then, you know, you literally just work at the racetrack, and then that gets it covered, you know? Yeah, Magarigawa. It from the video looks like the coolest freaking track location ever. It's so pretty. It's so cool. But anywho, getting employed in in Japan's probably not an easy task. Anyway. Alrighty. Although I will say, if anybody, you know, if anybody knows people who run Magarigawa Club, let me know. If you got an in, I can be your English speaking client relations, and all you need to do is give me a visa, and don't even really have to pay me a salary. Just give me a visa, and then we'll be chill. Okie dokie. Let's do the gaming. Yes, yes. Man would not survive living in Japan as like California with a lot more water. You think I'd go buy a house in Japan? I would be renting in Japan. Like, the biggest concern would be the language. I'd have a tough road ahead of me on the language front, but like, I'd be renting an apartment in Japan, bro. I wouldn't even need to have, well, I might actually need to have a car because if I worked at the racetrack, it's kind of it's a far trek from Tokyo. So assuming that I'd live somewhere around there, I would need to be able to get to and from. But I would, yeah, I wouldn't need something super fancy because I'd live at a freaking work at a freaking racetrack, and I could just like drive something there, you know? Like, bro, if you work at a racetrack, why even bother having something at home that you have to worry about and care about? You work at a racetrack, you know? Do you know that rent in Japan is freaking expensive? I can assure you that even if it was slightly more than LA, it's still like fairly comparable. So, yeah. I mean, look, you're not getting a house with yard and land space, obviously. But you know, renting an apartment is renting an apartment. So, no, I totally, it's obviously like, yeah, it would probably be very, very difficult to do something like that. And I'm sure getting a rental as a foreigner is more difficult. Like, buying is not even something to consider. I already hate home ownership here enough. Forget about doing it in another country. But anywho. I need to visit Japan at some point. Anyway, that's all just that's a whole freaking pipe dream. Also, I do realize that Japanese work culture is like extremely stressful. So I might just get utterly stressed if I was working for a Japanese company in Japan, especially if I was doing it for no salary just so I could have a visa. It could be kind of stressful because I've also never worked a 9 to 5. So then my first job from that being a 9 to 5 in a Japanese company in Japan would probably be rough. I'm gonna be honest. Anyway, Parzival, thank you for the 43 months. Very much appreciated. Very cool. You follow rent channels in Japan, the prices, oof. If you knew how much I spend on this stupid house, you would be like, oh, okay, you can rent something. That's not a problem. I don't say that as a flex. I say that as I am in tears. It is stupid. And it would be cheaper to rent literally anything. Wow, we're combo womboing. Okie dokie. Here we go. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the back room. Since we last left off, our chunks have been loaded over in the oil zone, so we do have more refined fuel. Not really more oil because the oil's capped out at, I think it was 64k millibuckets. But I've added some hoppers here and like modded stuff. No, I don't. It's whatever. I don't need to do that. Hold on. Oh, wait. Bro, holy frick, I'm an idiot. I'm a freaking idiot, dude. Oh no, but they need to be filtered. That's the problem. It's fine. I'll do double belts. All this time floundering. I just need some gearboxes and then we'll be fine. Everything will be good if I just get a few gearboxes. Do that, and then... Oh, I need more casings. 2 more of these. Cool, more gearboxes. That'll be great. Take those and good. Okay. So, let us do this thing. Panda with 2 years, happy anniversary. Captain I Chaos, or Capital Chaos. Thank you for the 200 bits. For the next E-word, the cardboard forts have mechanism boxes that will be very useful if you find the Mega Meteor Flawless Budding Certus. We actually have cardboard boxes, I think. I think we already have them because we found them in the office. Yeah. Works on signs too if you want to decorate. Pretty swick, pretty swick. Okay, okay. Yeah, we just gotta make it go around in circles and everything will be totally fine. So it's gonna be like, there's your, oh, I can't do a freaking, oh wait, this is a problem. Actually, I can't do it off this because this is gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a big problem. I could do a yeeter. I could do a yeeter. It is possible. That is possible. Oh, yeah. I have an idea. Hopper and a yeeter. Okay. Freaking slabba-dabba-doo. Onto a casing. Okay, we got that. That's epic. And then we get a hopper, right? We get a hoppery poo here. And And then we get, do we need multiple? No, we just need a chest. So this will be good. This will be good. Yeah, I got ideas. Weighted ejector is the freaking way. Just you wait and see. All right. So what we do is we'll do, it's got to be a chest at one end, and then we'll have, so chest can go there. And then it could be 1, 2, 3 steps, and then this will be the next one. So do that. And then this thing is deploy, spout, press. Deploy, spout, and press. And then it ends up in the chest here, where I guess we can just brass funnel it either way, there and there. And then that is going to go on to the weighted ejector, which I needed to do elsewhere, but that's fine. Okay. I need more funnels, but okay. I think this as a concept works. I just need one more funnel here, but the idea being that, well, we need to run stress, but that's easy too. So let me get the funnel, and then we'll see if this actually loops. I've never tried sending the weighted ejector into the hopper, but I assume it works fine. Like, you don't... So that would potentially be in between sessions, but yeah, whatever. You know how it is. You know how it works. In between streams. ME controller! It's been done! Now the question is, where do I put it? Where do I put the ME controller? So... Let me think. If I put it there, I could put it there. I can't remember, does it need the energy acceptor anymore once it has the controller? Can the power go directly into the controller? I think the power can go directly into the controller. Needs some work. Thank you for the full stack of months. Wow, dad joke of the day. Once I read a book about glue. I couldn't put it down. That's so funny, dude. That's a funny one. Okay, hold on. I think we can feed power directly in, right? Pretty sure. Yeah. Okay. Here's the big question. All right, we'll keep it there. That'll work. But look at us, guys. We're 1/6 of the way there. We got 2 out of 12 eyes. We're making big progress, man. Huge freaking progress. Nobody has ever progressed like this before. Chicken Monkey, thank you for the 7 months of subbage. Pretty swick. Alright, so what's next up, dude? What's next up? Are we E-wording? I'm just trying to think if we need to do any E-wording at the moment. Oh. Arc furnace for fancy steel. Do I need to do other stuff with an arc furnace? Like, man, an arc furnace is kind of gnarly. Oh, yeah, this guy, the old eye. Okay. So, I basically need to be juicing eyeballs. Or time in bottles. Okay, so an overclocked clock 100 times. And that's fluid encapsulator with a clock in order to do that. I see. I could do that. Guys, give me a moment. I'm gonna go pee-pee really quick. Okay. So, question is, if I, even if I retrace the steps and I like found the bedrock room again, right? Like, how am I gonna, I don't know how I'm gonna link the portal back. I just don't know if that particular bedrock room is even usable for us, you know? Anybody got any ideas on that? I mean, I can go back there and I can just go right back through the portal I've already made. The only thing that I think I could do is just make it further away. Build the nether portal, then go in the overworld? But it, like... But if it's not an active portal, that's the problem, right? You named your horse in Stardew after me? That's very cool. Very cool. There's a room with a bedrock cube that's far more common. Maybe we just E-word for a further away one. You know? We could do that. We could do that. Okay. Let's see what we got. People like E-wording anyway. That they do. Excuse me. Follow Mr. GigaChad's directions. I know, but it's like, even if I get back to that particular room, I don't know what I can do with it, you know? I just don't know if it will actually be linkable without breaking a different portal that I'm already using. Like, the portal to the oil zone is obviously very important, and that's the one that it's conflicting with. So I can't just, like, get rid of that, you know? Can't just get rid of it. I'll, yeah, I'll just memorize the path so I can run there easily. Oh, wait. Oh, can I cardboard box them? Ooh. Ooh, that's... Can you cardboard box bedrock? Is that allowed? Is that legal? I don't know if that works. No, it won't work. Okay. That doesn't surprise me. That would be pretty crazy if it did. That would be pretty crazy. I need more obby, though. All right, let's E-word. If someone is saying that there is a room that actually has more... it's a different bedrock shape in it. It's not like the whole ground. There's like a bedrock cube that exists in another room. So let's just try to find that one, maybe. Hopefully it'll be a little further away than the big bedrock room was to the oil zone. So that way we can make a portal in there, and we can link them. That'll be good. I do think that inevitably, whenever I talk about the portals not being linkable, everyone's going to be, just go through the nether. Just go through the nether. All you got to do is just go through the nether. It's not a problem. Just go through the nether. Just build a portal in the freaking nether, and then it's fine. Then you don't have to worry about it anymore, because all you got to do is put the portal in the nether, and then you can connect with it. And it's like, oh my god, I'm going to die. Oh my god, I'm going to die. The box has something in it? No, it doesn't. That's the weird thing. The box, I know it says block data, yes. But, like, there's... Hold on. I was trying to prove a point, but okay, so I was like, there's nothing in the box, because I put the box down and it's open and there's nothing in it. But then Wait a minute. Why did that just turn the mechanism box into a... Oh, no, there it is. From the nether into the overworld, then I will try to actually do that. The problem is I need to get back to get the coordinates in that room, but that's a challenge for future Jardonk. So, God dang, that was the first death in a while. What else do I need? What else do I need here before I send it? True torches. That's what I keep messing up, is like I never have torches in my hotbar when I'm doing this. Anything else? Oh yeah, dude, I the time in a bottle, I cannot lose that. That would be very bad. I guess I could do cardboard, but I don't even know if I have enough for another set. No, the skulk machines don't matter. Cardboard armor is going to be a challenge because the problem is that when I use the cardboard armor, it's not going to be, I don't think it's going to be worth it because I have to stand up to retrieve things anyway. So, yeah. Shield. I guess I could do a shield. I don't know how much that's going to help, but could do. Okay. All right. Well, I don't know. We just send it with this. Hopefully we don't die. The problem is there's going to be so many freaking spiders in that room. I guess, actually, to be fair, maybe I want to have the cardboard just to get close? I don't know, though, man. I don't know. It's like the thing that sucks about that room is they're able to get so close to the edges, it doesn't even... So, yeah, this will illuminate and also potentially... Yeah, it could work. Could work. Okay. Nothing could possibly go wrong here, guys. Nothing could possibly go wrong. Oh, boy, what a rescue mission. Here we go. Before lava death? Yeah. Who knows? Not there. I'll show over here. That was not the first death of the series, but that was the first consequential death of the series. So we were going north, and it was... We're going to... Okay. So on the plus side, we're basically lined up in the north. Negative 1925 versus negative 1966, so it could be pretty easy to find, I hope. And then negative 1290. So we're running like 800 blocks in this direction. But I like, if we see the water area... Okay, that was really freaking weird. It did not spread around as I would have hoped. Hopefully we can still find it. Okay. Looking for where the water was. Was it at the end? I didn't make the wall piercer, but I don't think that's going to help us a lot. Oh, what it was... Okay. Yeah, I think our first move literally was just... It was at the end of this here, right? That's where the aquarium was. Okay. Back in the aquarium. And then Did we go this way? No, I don't think we went that way. This is where it's gonna be like, am I doing the right thing? Am I going the... And then we kept running this direction. And then I think the next step might be we make a right turn, and that'll lead us to the spider room, I believe. So, because it was, okay, negative 1290. All right, just another 300 blocks, I think, down straight. It's either this or the next one, I think. Not you. Not you. Okay, it's gotta be the next intersection. Definitely this one, right? No? Okay, it's fine. No, there's 2 more intersections before we get to the end of the thing. Negative 1290 is this one. There we go, there we go. Okay, it's here. Now what I should have done, if I was gonna be smart, just... Oh yeah, there was a chest up there, duh. Oh, that's true. Backpack. I can just put things in my backpack, duh. Cool. Cool, yeah, we should be good. Yeah, no, I know I have the obby now. Doors can go in there. Okie dokie. I don't really need the crossbow, to be fair. Helmet. Okay, we got that stuff. I'm just wondering if I should put everything in there. Okay, with everything in the backpack, I'll run in again, and I should probably just be able to quickly grab any straggling stuff, but I did get most of the important things, I believe.